Hello, Stamping friends. It's Terry Hartley here from Rustic Barn Cards, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Iowa. Welcome. How are you doing today? Come on in, say hello. It's good to see you. We are here at the last week of February, and I'm going to make some cards today using one of our Sale-A-Bration products. And one of my favorite, and that is the Friendly Seagulls. So we're going to make a couple cards. I'm going to share some other cards that I have made this month using the Friendly Seagulls. You can still earn this stamp set free by placing a $60 order. And we have just to the end of February, so just a few more days that you can earn celebration items. So January and February are the best times because you can place a $60 order and receive and choose a free item from Sale-A-Bration. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down, and we are going to make this card pretty much from the beginning to the end. It's a quick and easy card using a couple of new products or at least one new product in the card. And so, okay, let's just stop talking and turn the camera down and start stamping. Okay, so we're using Friendly Seagulls. I'm not going to use the sentiment. I'm going to use a sentiment from another stamp set, but I will be using all three of the seagulls for our card. And I'm going to be using stylish shapes. I love the stylish shapes. I'm using next to the largest, which I have already, next to the largest circle die, which I've already taken out. And then the sentiment I'm going to use comes from a stamp set in our annual catalog on page 68. And that is from the Sketched Butterflies. So we're going to use the thank you. Speaking of this stamp set, Sketched Butterflies, this is the stamp set that I'm using for this bundle. I'm using for my monthly card class, where you can purchase it by the end of February. So you have to the 28th to purchase the February monthly card class. Makes 3 cards, and you receive $10 to $16 a product. The cost is $22 for porch pickup and $28 to have it shipped to you, and it ships out on March 11th. All right, and then we're going to be using a new online exclusive embossing folder. So this Plaster Painting, it has been really popular, and it's been wasn't available, but I believe it is back in this week, so you can order it. But isn't it gorgeous? It's called Plaster Painting. So we're going to be using this today, and we're going to be using Pool Party. So I thought the shirt that I have on kind of matches with the pool party. So, all right. And, of course, we'll use some embellishments. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with thick basic white, cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And I have already cut and scored our card base. And then I'm going to turn it over and just give it another. And then I have a basic white 5 1/4 by 4. Looks like I did not cut the Pool Party layer, so we're going to bring in some Pool Party cardstock, and we're going to cut this at 5 by 3 1/4, 3 3/4. And we're going to need 2 because we're going to make 2 cards. They're going to be just a tad different. And then I have another card to also show you at the end. right, so we're going to emboss both of these. I'm going to use one for this first card and one for the second card, but we might as well, since we're going to emboss, might as well just do the embossing right now. So I'm going to bring in our cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to be using the plaster, and it is 3D, so that means I'm going to use plate 1, and it tells you here. And then I'm going to use plate 1 and plate 4 plus my embossing folder. So I'm bringing in my embossing folder, and I'm going to put this pool party in here. And then I always have the folded edge go in. And I'm using plate 4. And then I'm just going to run this through. And then isn't this gorgeous? And then let's go ahead and do that one more time. Then for our second card. So you just need one pool party layer for one card, but we're going to make 2 cards. And this pool party layer is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. That is so pretty. All right, well, since we have our cut and emboss machine out, we are going to go ahead and use the stylish circle and use the die cutting and get our label made. So we need plate 1, plate 2, plate 3, and then a scrap of white. And we're using the next to the smallest circle die of stylish shapes. How many of you have stylish shapes? I use the stylish shapes a lot. It's one of my go-to dies. So there we go. And again, since we're making 2 cards, let's grab another. And I might as well, if I put this close to the end, then I have enough room here. I could use the basic white cardstock for another sentiment or something. We don't want to waste our cardstock, do we? All right. So we have that done. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way. And I'm going to bring in a basic white layer. And we are going to add our pool party on here. So we're going to, and this basic white layer is 5 1/4 by 4. Now, if you would like to have the measurements, like they have a tutorial for this card, go ahead and, if you're not on my on my email list, go ahead and sign up for my newsletter, and I will be sending this tutorial out the end of the week. And plus you'll be the first to know everything that's going on at Rustic Barn Cards by being on my email list. Okay, get that lined up. So I've added the pool party to a layer of basic white, and then I'm going to add this to the front of our card. To our card base. And then we will decorate the front of our card. Okay, we'll lay this aside. And we're going to bring in basic white that we're going to do some stamping on, which is 2.5 by 4. And we're going to bring in our little seagulls because we're going to use all 3 of them. And I'm going to bring in some ornamental black. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink up. Actually, I want this one first. So we're going to just put him right. I'm going to get my cardstock straight. Put him right here. And then we're going to bring the seagull that has some fries, or it could be twigs in his mouth. And now we're going to bring in the one that looks like he's maybe doing a little bit of squawking. All right. And now I'm going to bring in some light and dark smoky slate and light pumpkin pie, or you could use peach pie. So you can, I think I'm going to use peach pie. I thought I'd grab peach pie, but pumpkin pie would work. Daffodil Delight I think would work too. So, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to start with the dark smoky slate. And I'm just going to go ahead and color in here. I'm going to come back with the light. And then on this one, I'm going to start with the light. And then we're going to color in here. And then I'm going to do the same here. So we're going to have one seagull that's just a little bit different coloring on his feathers. I had planned to do it all the same, but sometimes that doesn't work out, right? So we'll just put a little here and do a little shading. And I'm going to grab our color lifter and just kind of lighten the feathers a little bit, just makes it a little softer. There we go. And then I'm going to use peach pie. But again, you could use Daffodil Delight. The pumpkin pie would work. Put that on his beak. And then we're going to lay this aside and bring in our stylish circle. And we might as well go ahead, and we could have stamped the seagulls twice, but we'll go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And again, this is from the Sketch Butterflies. Thank you. So we'll ink this up. And stamp that right there. And then we're going to turn over both of these, and we're going to bring in some dimensionals. And we're going to pop up the stamped image on the front of our card. And I'm going to add 5, one in each corner of the dimensionals and one in the middle. And I don't think I'm going to stamp, I don't think I'm going to pop up our thank you. You could, but I'm not going to in this first card anyway. So let's take the backings off. And we're going to put that about right in the middle. What I like about this, it looks like with this embossing folder. Well, first I need to make sure I get it straight and lined up. And I don't know if I can talk and do it. Or even if I'm not talking. I'm trying to get about the same amount on each side here. At the top and the bottom. And we have a dimensional backing that wants to be added to our card. Okay. So doesn't this look like water? This the plaster painting embossing folder. And then we're going to take our thank you and we're going to add that right there at the bottom. And I'm holding my thumb here because I don't need any adhesive where my thumb's at, because it's going to hang over. It's going to hang over this a little bit, so we don't need any adhesive there. So we will put that about right here, and hold that for a second. And then we're going to grab our embellishments, which are our iridescent adhesive back dots, and these can be found in our annual catalog. So you have 5 different colors. So we're just going to go ahead and add these dots. And here is our first card. Thank you card. Quick and easy. Let's go ahead and make the second card. I'm going to add just one element to that. And so we again starting out with a 4 1/4 by 11 card base, basic white thick, scored at 5 1/2, and we do have the basic white layer. We have our embossing layer, so that it's going to be the same. So let's go ahead and add this together. So what is your favorite celebration item? Do you have a favorite or favorites? Okay, we'll line this up. And then we'll set that aside. Or actually, let's just go ahead and add it onto our card base. So let me know in the comments what your favorite celebration product is this year. I like that toadstool garden paper. It's another one I like. I like the trees. Okay, but I love this friendly seagulls. All right, we're going to lay that aside. And then we're going to bring in our basic white, 2 1/2 by 4. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our birds on here. Just like we did before. And put this little bird looking back. we go. Tap, tap, tap. Just like that. All right. And then we are going to bring in, we're going to start with our light this time. And I'm going to start right here in the middle so I won't forget to color that. So I can make these birds all the same. Have the same color of feathers. I'm using light smoky slate. I love our blends. They just make anyone look like a professional artist. Now you could use colored pencils. You could use our markers. And, oh my gosh, I think I forgot to color the other wing on the other bird. Did you catch that? Have you been telling me, like, you're not finished on that first card? You probably were. Let's see if we can go back and save it. No, yeah. Yeah, I did. How many of you noticed that? There, that looks better, doesn't it, on our first card? All right. Now, if you want to, you can come back with the dark, you know, and add a little shading. We'll put some on this one. And then when I do that, I'm going to come back with the light to kind of blend it together. I'm going to use the larger tip. And then I'm just going to, this is the light, I'm just going to kind of blend that. Come back with our color lifter. The color lifter, like if you make a mistake or something, it kind of erases it, but it also makes things lighter. So I'm just kind of going over this to make it a little bit softer and picking up some of that color. And coming in with the light peach pie. And we will color the beak and the feet. Don't forget underneath those twigs, this is beak to get that, to get the top and the bottom. All right, this time we are going to bring an extra layer of Pool Party, and this is cut just an 1/8 larger than the basic white. So we're going to layer these together. So the Pool Party is 2 5/8. The basic white that I'm using right now is 2.5 by 4. So the basic white here is 2.5 by 4. You don't have to write down these measurements. Just if you're part of my newsletter or sign up, and this will go out. Project sheet will go out. And then the Pool Party layer is 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. So it just gives us a little bit of Pool Party. And then we're going to be adding it to our card base, which is also Pool Party. So then I have a third card that I did something just a little bit different. So we'll look at all 3 cards in just a second. But these make really quick and easy thank you cards. You could use any embossing folder, but I really like this Plaster Painting. It's an online exclusive because I think it really makes it look like water when you add these seagulls right here. Get that lined up. All right, and I think we're going to pop this one up. I like to do things different. Do you like to do that too sometimes? So we're going to put our thank you popped up right there. Bring in our embellishments. And okay, so this is our second card. Here is our first card. So I added an extra layer of Pool Party here. And you can decide whether you like that or not. And then the third card I wanted to share with you, I used a blending brush. And I added Pool Party around the edge of our basic white that we stamped on. And so I did it kind of light, so I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but there is Pool Party added to the basic white cardstock. And so those are the 3 quick and easy thank you cards. And so I guess I should put them, we made this one first, then we made this one second, and then this third one I'm just sharing with you. We didn't make it today. Let me know which card that you like the best. First card, second card, we added the extra Pool Party underneath the stamped images. And then this third card that I shared with you where I used a blending brush and added a Pool Party on the basic white. All right. And remember, the sentiment thank you comes from Sketched Butterflies, which is the bundle that I am using for my monthly card class for March, which you can still sign up to receive through midnight of February 28th. If you want to purchase that, it comes with 3 cards, envelopes, tutorial, and $10 to $16 of product. And there's information in the description about that. And it's shipped out on March 11th. We're going to go to Barn Chats. Barn Chats, something I started a few weeks ago, where I talk about what's going on at Rustic Barn Cards, answer questions, and you get to know me, a little bit better. But today, for Barn Chats, I'm going to share another item that you can receive free from Sale-A-Bration, and that is this beautiful paper. And at the time that I am recording this, this paper is still available. Bloom Impressions, 12 by 12. But it is just lovely, lovely paper. And again, you can earn this free by placing a $60 order in my online store. And let me show you some cards that I have made using the Friendly Seagulls along with that paper. So here is a card, Hey friend, I love you more than French fries. So this is a card that I used along with the Sale-A-Bration paper. And just in different colors. Okay, so, and here I added another layer to the card base. And this one I didn't stamp anything inside it. Let's see what we did in here. And I love you more than French fries. Using Highland, I believe, no, Petunia Pop. It's Petunia Pop. And so I just wanted to share some more cards using, the Friendly Seagulls along with the cards that we did today. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Don't forget to leave a comment, I'd love it if you would click that subscribe button. Sign up for my email so you know all the specials and events that's going on, because I always send those to my email subscribers first. Plus, the end of the week, I will be sending out a tutorial for today's project. Have a great week. Take care. I will see you soon. Bye for now.